Hello everyone. The topic we are going to discuss today is product life cycle. So before that, let us know these two terms: product life cycle management and product life cycle theory. Product life cycle management is a process of managing the entire life cycle of a product from inception through engineering, design and manufacture to service and disposal of manufactured products. The goals include improve quality, reducing the costs, identifying the sales opportunities, and maintaining sustainability of the product in the market. And the product lifecycle theory is an economic theory that was developed by Raymond Vernon to explain the observed pattern of international trade. He explains the life cycle of a product. He divided the product life cycle into different stages. Then what is product life cycle? It is a concept concerning the life of a product in market with respect to different parameters. The parameters here are business and commercial costs and sales measures. So based on these two parameters, the life cycle of a product is divided into different stages and the phenomenon is called product life cycle. The product life cycle proceeds through multiple phases, involves many professional disciplines and requires many skills, tools and processes. Here, this is a plot between sales and time period of a product. You can see that the sales start from zero and keep rising till a peak level and then declines from there. The time period that the product exists in the market is a life cycle and it is divided into four main stages. They are introduction to market stage, growth stage, maturity stage, saturation and decline stage. So these are the different stages that are in a life cycle. The different stages of the life cycle can be compared with the different stages in human life as they have similar pattern of existence. The first one, introduction stage. Introduction stage is where the product is new to the market and is introduced. The customers are unaware about the product. To create demand, producers promote the new product to stimulate sales. At this stage, profits are low but starts increasing and there are few competitors. As more units of the product sell, it enters into the next stage. So these are the characteristics of this stage. Sales will be low and investment cost will be very high. Competition and profit are also low in this stage. So what are the strategies to be followed in this stage? The manufacturer should create awareness among the consumers and should promote trials of the product. First, they should offer some basic products and they also should follow the strategy of charge cost plus. They should build awareness and they should also build selective distribution. And the next stage is growth stage. In growth stage, the demand for the product increases sales. As a result, production costs decrease and profits are high. The product becomes widely known and competitors enter the market with their own version of the product. To attract as many consumers as possible, the company that developed the original product increases promotional spending. When many potential new customers have bought the product, it enters the next stage. And the characteristics of this stage are sales, investment cost, competition and profit. All are high in this stage. And the strategies to be followed in this stage are: the manufacturer should gain market shares and create strong positions in the market. They should offer product extensions, like they should add some new features to the product to ensure the existence of the product in the market for a longer period of time. Penetration price promotions or deals. That means giving offers for bulk orders of the consumers. Build awareness in the mass market and build intensive distribution. And the third stage will be the maturity stage. In this stage, the product is widely known and many consumers own it. In the maturity phase of the product life cycle, demand levels of and sales volume increases at a slower rate. There are several competitors by this stage and the original supplier may reduce prices to maintain market share and support sales. Profit margins decrease, but the business remains attractive because volume is high and costs such as for development and promotion are also lower. So these are the characteristics of the maturity stage. Sales will be high, but the cost can be reduced and the profit can be gained more. The competition will be very high at this stage. Small mistakes at this stage would lead to decline of the product immediately. In this stage, it is very difficult to get new consumers due to very high competition. The marketing strategies to be followed in the maturity stage are: we should defend or save the market shares that we have created earlier. We should never lose the market shares in this stage. Diversifying brands, items, and models should be done. Match pricing to strong competitors. And advertise differentiation should be there for good promoting. And intensive distribution should also be done. And the fourth stage is the saturation stage. In this stage, the sales of the product has started to decline. This stage occurs when the product peaks in the maturity stage and then begins a downward slide in sales. Eventually, revenues drop to the point where it is no longer economically feasible to continue making the product. Investment is minimized, the product can simply be discontinued or it can be sold to another company. Eventually, the product gets deleted from the market. So these are the characteristics of this stage. Sales, investment cost, and profit all will be low, but the competition will be very high due to the emerging of new companies on the same product. So the strategies to be followed in this stage are you should reduce expenses and milk the brands. Milking brand means not giving importance to the brand value and just concentrating on selling off the products we have. Phase out weak products and cut the prices. And removal of the outlets that are non-profitable is the best way to stop the product in the market and end in profits. So any manufacturer in the market wants the product he made should be for a longer period of time in the market. For extending the product life cycle, we may follow the following strategies. That is advertising. Advertising would help the product to sustain in the market for a longer period of time. And exploring and expanding to new markets would help to get more consumers, and we can increase the awareness of the product in the consumers. Price reduction, adding new features and packaging would help in attaining the consumers and changing customer consumption habits. And special promotions, heightening interest would also improve the awareness in the consumers and make them to buy our product. So let us take an example of Maruti 800. It is a product by Maruti company in collaboration with the Japan company Suzuki. On the screen you can see the product life cycle of Maruti 800 and the numbers of units sold in a particular year of Maruti 800. So the introduction part of product life cycle of Maruti 800 include the first Maruti 800 was launched in 1983 and the company was very low in delivering capability of the product. And then they had many new inventions or many new features added to the product, and this led them to the growth part. And the sales increased day by day, which led them to 852 units to 31,000 units in a very less years. Although they had some restrictions due to pre-liberalization and pre-globalization restrictions in India, they can overcome them by adding new features to the car like AC version, music system, which attracted the consumers more. The customer care services played a key element in increasing or the growth of the product Maruti 800. The idea of Maruti installations of service stations at every 50 kilometers on highways had increased their product very much. And in 1997, Maruti 800 product entered into the maturity stage. That means the curve of sales started to flatten. The Maruti then launched a new version of advanced engine Maruti 800 EX, but that doesn't increase the sales much. Then the competitors like Ford and Tata emerged into the market, and this made Maruti very difficult to increase their sales. Then Maruti launched a new product Alto, and they targeted a similar market segment. The decline of Maruti 800 started in 2002 due to the heavy competition from Hyundai's i10 and Chevrolet's Sparklet. The sales drastically went down starting from 2000 year till 2007. And then in 2007, Tata Nano was introduced into the market, which was a big hit for Maruti 800. And the BS4 emission norms are also the main reason for fall of Maruti 800. Finally, the Maruti 800 era ended and the Maruti company merged it into the Alto product lines. So this is the product life cycle of Maruti 800, where you can see the whole stages that Maruti gone under. So next see another example where we have an incomplete product life cycle, that is Nokia. Nokia emerged as a very good electronic communication product in those days. Nokia was growing steadily with introduction of 4 to 5 models every year. But at some point, the introduction of Android made it very difficult to adapt to the changes that are going in the present updates. And Nokia was very slow to react and directly reach it to deadline. Here in the picture, you can see the product life cycle comparison of Nokia and Samsung. You can clearly see that Samsung had a very good growth and maturity than Nokia due to their adaptation and very fast reaction to the updates. So here we come to the end of my presentation. Thank you very much for listening, and thank you.